Hello. So I look ratchet as usual, but I wanted to tell you guys a story. Now, this story doesn't really have to do anything with like the content on my channel where I talk about like mental health and shit like that. My boyfriend's hair on my blanket. I miss him. That was so gay. But anyway, so yeah, I wanted to tell you guys, fuck my ass, this story because I think it's crazy and like I need to tell this story to people because I think it's like kind of funny, but at the same time it kind of isn't. So I have to give you a little bit of a preface so that you'll understand what's happening. So my freshman year of college, which was like 3 years ago, some shit like that, 2 years ago. No, it was almost 3 years ago. Jesus Christ, I'm old. Anyway, so I was at the bus stop waiting for my roommate to come meet me because we were gonna go to a friend's house off campus, but like we need to take the bus to our friend's house. And so I was like, yeah, like I'm already here, like just come and meet up with me. And so I'm like waiting there and I see her like come towards me, like she's walking towards me. And then all of a sudden, this, like, bus driver dude, like, stops her and, like, starts talking to her and stuff. And, like, she was I don't know really how to explain it, but she was just really, like, always constantly afraid that, like, a guy was gonna rape her. Like, I'm not even kidding. She was just very, like, cautious of guys. She didn't really like talking to dudes. She didn't really like dudes, like, coming up and approaching her or anything like that. So, like, I knew that she was in distress and, like, probably wanted me to, like, come save her. So I did. And I walk over there and I'm just like, hey, what's up? Like, you know, trying to, like, put myself in the conversation so that I can, like, stop the conversation between them two and then, like, take her away. And so, like, we're talking to him and he's just like, you know, whatever. This dude's, like, a bus driver for, like, our school's bus system. It's not oh my god, I like cannot talk for some reason. It's not like our school necessarily has like a bus system in place for us, but like the city in which our school is in has a bus system, and then they just have like a shit ton of buses for like the students and stuff like that. Anyway, so yeah, he drove like for the school's buses, you know, that drove like around campus or drove either like on off campus to like different apartment complexes and stuff. So whatever, but he was just a fucking weirdo. Like he's fucking like, I don't know, he looked like he was like upper 20s, like 30s, early 30s, something like that. And you know, he's trying to fucking talk to my fucking 18-year-old like freshman roommate. I'm just like, what the fuck? So since then we called him creepy bus driver because he tried to like talk to us all the time, and like it was just fucking weird. He was just a fucking weirdo and he creeped us out. And yeah, so like I said, that was my freshman year, which was around, I want to say like anywhere between April and May of 2015. So then time passes on and it is the spring semester of my sophomore year. So it's like February, March of 2016. I had gotten a job at the Tilted Kilt. That was a shit show. But I had gotten a job at the Tilted Kilt. I don't know if you know what that is. It's basically like a really slutty Scottish Hooters. You just like, you have to just look really hot, and like, I just remember the weirdest thing I thought about that place is you can't put your hair up. Like most places where you're like a server, obviously, you know, if you have long hair, you're gonna fucking put it up so your hair doesn't get in people's food. But they were like, no, you cannot wear your hair up. It has to be down, like at all times. So that's just one thing I thought was like really weird about them. Anyway, so I work at the fucking Tilted Kilt, and then this dude comes in with fucking creepy bus driver. And then we're just gonna call this dude, fuck. I'm bad at coming up with names, like, on the spot. We'll just call him Jeff. And so Jeff comes in with creepy bus driver, and, like, I talked more to Jeff than I talked to creepy bus driver because he's a fucking creep, and, like, I don't want to fucking talk to him. And the other dude was just more, Jeff was just more, just talk to me more. We just had more conversation and things like that. And the other dude would just kind of sit there and like watch. And it was just weird. Anyway, so then I fucking quit that shit because it was, wait a second. Sorry, I got my years all fucked up. Anyway, so yeah, like I said, that was around February, March of 2016. That's when I originally met Jeff. Now, Jeff comes back into the picture, so just remember this. But yeah, so I stopped working there after like fucking a month because it was just bullshit. Just bullshit happened. And so, yeah, fast forward to my fall semester of my junior year, which is basically like 6 months ahead. So it's like, fuck a bitch. I can't think of like months. I want to say like September, October of 2016. I met up with Jeff again, or I didn't meet up with him, but like he was at the library, the school library, cause he used to go to the same school that I did. And, we're just like, oh, hey, what's up? Like, how have you been? Stuff like that. And, we decided to like, hang out a couple times, just drink a little bit casually, just chit chat, stuff like that. Anyway, so, okay, yeah, so amidst all this, I had reconnected with Jeff. Now, I had just gotten out of my, like, 6-ish long year relationship, and, I was devastated. I was being a hoe, to be honest, and just, like, hitting up dudes on Tinder, just trying to find someone to fill the void. So I matched with this guy on Tinder, and, we're, like, talking and stuff. And, I mean, like, we're not just, like, talking, like, oh, how's your day? We're talking about, like, explicit, like, sexual things, like, that we both like, and just weird things, because, I mean, honestly, like, what the fuck else is Tinder for, other than just to hook up with someone, to be honest? Like, I mean, if you find your love of your life on there, then good for fucking you, but most normal people use it to fuck, so, we're talking about things like that, and, like, I was just very stupid. I was very stupid. And I sent nudes, and I told him things about my sexual, like, history and shit like that. Anyway, so, this just gets worse and worse. So, then I remember, like, while I'm talking to this guy, I remember, one night I was over at my house, and I get a call from this number, and I answer it, and I was like, hello? And they're just like, oh, hey, it's blah, 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 like, the person that I thought I was talking to on Tinder. And I was like, but why are you calling me from a different number than what I have you saved under in my phone? And then they, like, hung up, and I was just like, what the fuck? And I remember, too, like, the pictures he would send me of himself were just, like, really, like, blurry and, like, pixely and stuff like that. And I was just like, what? It's just something about it just did not seem right, and, like, once I got that phone call, I was just like, I'm just not gonna fuck with this person anymore. Like, obviously, they're some type of catfish, whatever. So, like I said, Jeff and I are still kind of friends, and then it moves on until, I want to say around January, February of this year, 2017, where him and I are still, like, hanging out. I remember this night specifically, because we were over at his house, like, drinking a little bit, just chilling, watching a movie, and then he was, like, I remember I, like, would talk to him a lot about, like, how, like, as much as I was being a hoe, like, I did want, like, an actual relationship with someone. I was just like, I just don't understand, like, why no one, like, wants to talk to me like that and stuff like that. And he was like, well, you just gotta be, he was like, you gotta be more careful about what you tell people. And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, basically, the catfish was creepy bus driver. It was fucking the dude that I met my freshman year. That fucking was creepy bus driver that came into the Tilted Kilt. That was a fucking weirdo. And I sent him nudes, and he continues to work for the fucking bus system. So fucking pissed telling this story. Anyway, so I find out that I had been catfished by fucking creepy bus driver, and I was just like, no. I'm still so mad. So, I was livid, like, honestly, like, I remember he drove a bus that I got on after I'd found out about that, and I seriously considered going up to him and being like, you need to fucking quit your job or I will fucking end it for you. Like, just some fucked up shit, but then I was just like, no. Anyway, so, life continues on. But whatever. I stopped talking to Jeff because it was a weird thing, whatever. And so then I want to say, when was this? This had to have been like the middle of October, like last month, October, where I was trying, what was I trying to do? I was trying to go out like to a friend's house, but I don't have a car, and like I don't really fuck with Uber. Like on our school's Facebook page, a lot of people post about how they'll do like sober rides for like $5. So I was like, fuck yeah, like I'll do that shit because it's $5 instead of like $7 or $8 for an Uber. And so I literally just the first one that I find, so I have phlegm. It's just like literally the first sober that like I found, and I just was like, okay, and I remember I texted the number and I was like, hey, can you get me from here at this time? And I remember the number called me, and like we literally had like a 5-minute conversation on the phone about like where to come get me, and he's like, taking these people to here first and then I'll come get you after that. And I was like, okay, cool. Like I was so nice. Oh my god. So he's like, I'm here, and I go out there and I see this car, and at first it was like a red convertible, and I was just like, who is this fag? Like, fucking showing up in a red convertible, like, you're fucking gay, like, trying to look cool, like, and then I approach closer. Oh my god, I fucking am cringing just thinking about this. And then I get closer. Guess who was the fucking driver of the fucking car that was supposed to take me to my fucking friend's house? It was Creepy Bus Driver! It was Creepy Bus Driver. And I walked up to the car, and then I, like, recognized who it was, and, like, he, like, I just remember I was like, are you the person that's supposed to fucking take me? And he's like, yeah, to blah, 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 right? And I was just like, never mind. And I fucking walked the fuck away. Oh, my God. I was freaking the fuck out. And now he knows where I live. Like, my exact address, because I told him. Because he was supposed to fucking pick me up. And he knows my phone number. Luckily, I have not been stalked. I thought I really was going to be. He didn't hit me up, like, saying, like, you're a bitch for not taking my ride or anything like that, so that's cool. But, yeah, I thought I would just share that story with you guys, because that's my life. But, yeah, this is the Creepy Bus Driver story, and I hope you enjoyed. Bye.